Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there was a time when we had a sad story in this country after human being bodies were discovered at a dumping site. That is a quarry next to a police station in Nairobi. And the sad thing was that most of these bodies were, ladies' bodies. Some bodies were destroyed to an extent it were disremembered. You can't tell. So they were packed in sacks and dumped there. Some had already been rotten for a long time. And the question was that how comes all this happened without the police officers noticing, yet it is just next to a police station? Those were the questions. So the main suspect of this heinous act, Collins Jumaisi, was arrested and arraigned in court. Then later, he had been detained at Gigiri police station. Was it a cell or what? So he has been there. And to the surprise of Kenyans today and in the morning, it was reported that Collins Jumaisi and 12 Eritrea citizens who were accused of, entering the country without legal documents escaped from the police cell. 13 people, they escaped. The question has been, how was it possible that these individuals escaped from, a guarded property, secured property? There are officers on duty day and night. A secured place. How was it possible that these people made away from a police custody? And imagine having a murder suspect, massive killing. It happened. He's a suspect. How comes such a person was just left like that and he was able to escape from the police cell if indeed this was not planned? Those are the questions. So we saw the IGO police and the Nairobi Regional Commandant, Adamson Bungei, visiting the Gigiri police to check on what happened on the ground.
Kuna yote pia inaenda ya. Acha tuone.
Move bwana. Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching, and you will not subscribe, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the most disappointing thing is that you see huge drama from the police officers when they go to an extent of arresting someone like Jimmy Wanjigi, a man whom you just give a phone call and ask him to avail himself, and he just come to the police station. Then you end up incarcerating such a person. But when it comes to real criminals like this one, because the suspect, you just treat it like that casually. There are other motives. So police should stop the drama we've had. Enough is enough. Angekuwa ni Jimmy Wanjigi, ungeona magari kama magari 10 inafuatana kutafuta Jimmy Wanjigi. But what kind of security do you give such a person who has, allegation of killing so many women? Alikuwa anaelekea kwa kiwango ya kusema kwamba ni mauaji halaiki, mass killing. He was heading there. So you look at this and you listen to the story. They're saying that in that cell there is a very long wall, and at the top of the wall there is the wires have gone through like grills. A hole there just to bring in fresh air. A small one. That is where the officers on duty believe that the suspect exited from. A small wall. And for those who have been there, you listen to the explanation is that even there is no sign that someone struggled to pass from that wall or exit. A small hole in the wall. Sio mahali parahisi pa mtu kupita. But that's where they believe that the suspect passed. Watu 13, wa kwanza apite, wa pili apite, paka wa 13 hakuna polisi amesikia. Ikifika hapo, the fact is that we cannot justify the claims, but there can be a possibility that this escape seems as orchestrated and planned well, involving the officers, either those who are on duty or their seniors also. Yes, we know those who are on duty have wrote a statement, but the reality is that this might have been a coordinated thing. And if the officers can coordinate to release someone who has murdered so many Kenyans, then the question is, how possible was this? Hata wako na woga that this person has killed so many people. Ako na case. Is it that he was working for powerful individuals that can bribe police officers so that he can have his way out? Are senior officers in the government involved in this? Who was Collins Jumaisi working for? In whose interest? And how possible was he to bribe officers to allow him out? Because you look at the situation, you can easily conclude and suggest that the officers might have been bribed to open the gates for Collins Jumaisi and the 13 Eritreans who were in this country illegally. Ni rahisi kufanya uamuzi wa aina hiyo ya kwamba inaweza kuwa matokeo yalikuwa namna hiyo. Because then how possible? Iliwezekana aje mtuhumiwa mkubwa wa makosa ya jinai akalindwa kwa hadi ambayo imemruhusu kutoroka gerezani? How possible is that? I don't get it. So many people can conclude and say that this thing was coordinated, because then there's also CCTV. We are waiting to get the information from the CCTV. What was it able to capture? Wanasema kule kwenye hiyo kuta ilikuwa na penyezo ilikuwa wanatokezea, garage was behind. So, and there's a police garage where they normally keep the vehicles wakisha arrest watu na magari. So to walk out of that cell is a long distance. The officers were not aware, according to what they want us to believe. But how can we believe that? Hapo ndo kuna shida. If Collins Jumaisi will not be found, then we will know that senior officers in the government might have been involved in one way or another in the operation murder of the women in this country that were dumped at the quarry. And the question was that, how possible was it that they only arrested one suspect? And this suspect, according to what police want us to believe, is that he was able to kill these people. You kill, you carry to the quarry without a need of any help from anyone. How possible? First thing, when someone dies, they normally become heavier. So it's not easy to carry such a person. Mtu akikufa anakuanga mzito kubeba. Ili wezekanaje huyu jamaa unaua, unabeba, mtu mmoja. Hiyo kitandawili bado hajateguliwa. Then the man escape. Think utasikia wameanza kufuatilia and all that. Asipopatikana, na hata akipatikana kuna maswali bado ya kujibu. Siku atapotea, siku nyingine utajua. Sikia tu. You can, that is it. You release such a person, how many people is he going to kill if indeed it was true that he was involved in this murder issue? Imagine how many souls are endangered today. How many Kenyans have been endangered by the fact that a serial murderer suspect is now outside. Hako inji. Na hiyo ni serikali ya Kenya kwanza.